And there they are. And just stir it in so it almost dissolves it all, just to see what it comes out like. Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing an old-fashioned scone recipe, but we're going to be using this little tool over here. All new Ooni Halo core, but we're going to be using the spiral in it, but we're going to be using that instead of a beater, just to see how it turns out, to be honest. Right, so let's get straight down to the recipe. So that is what you would originally be doing, and that's for the best scones. You can see what the recipe is there. This is a very, very old recipe. Down here there is a commercial amount as well, and that gives you some idea of how to actually make the recipe altogether. It's very simple. So this is our recipe. This is a medium strength flour, 683 grams. Then we got baking powder, which is 35 grams. It does seem an awful lot, but it's okay. And that's caster sugar, 112 grams. Then we'll cross here, this is butter. Now I've done this 50-50, but the recipe does say 84 grams of shortening and 28 grams of butter, but I've done 50-50 there. The egg is 140 grams. Now it should be milk, but I've decided to use this product just to see what it comes out like. And Greek yogurt, 309 grams. And not forgetting salt, which is 12 grams. So what you need your rolling pin and a 2-inch scone cutter, give or take. It's up to you really, it's what you're doing. And don't forget, you do need some flour as well. All right, and that's just for your, once you've got your scone mix done. So let's get the machine. That's what I like about this, it's nice and light. This doesn't come with a long lead like this one does. Oh, that seems to be the short lead. So I'm gonna have to nick the cable from the other machine, because you get a nice long one. So first, put your bar in first, because you still need your bar. Then put your spiral in, make sure she's locked in. Now into that, put your flour, your baking powder, your salt, and add your fats in. Now all you want to do is just crumb it up. Don't want to kill it, crumb it up. So we'll flick this on to first speed, second speed, and just let that break up. And whilst that's doing that, this is the liquid. Just add our sugar into the liquid and just stir it in so it almost dissolves it all, like that. So it's all dissolved in. Doesn't that look? Yeah, I know. So I'll knock them up a little bit more. I'll just check it a minute. Yes, coming down nicely. Now it won't be super quick, you can see it's just breaking down gently. Look at that. Still a few little thick ones in there, but you don't want it to go to nothing. You want to get your oven on now. Now your oven temperature wants to be either 200 to 220 Celsius or 232 to 450 Fahrenheit. And you will have to adjust it yourselves if you've got a fan oven. Now today I'm using a fan oven. Normally I use that oven over there, which is a non-fan. Today we're going to be using the fan. So I'm going to think it's going to be the 200. So let's have a look at this now. That looks like it's fine. And now we'll just gently add it in. It does look a bit regurgitation, but don't worry about that. Just add that in. Now if you want to add fruit to it, you can. Now I'm going to add some fruit to it, a couple of handfuls, like that. That'll be plenty. If you want more, then oh, go on, we'll put some more in. Now you want to make that into a smooth dough. Now get your paddle and just make sure it is mixing in. Yeah, it's coming down nicely. It will take longer with the hook, but it's just a gentle tick over. You don't want to blast it to death, but that's just nice. And that's on number 5. She's just breaking in nicely. At this speed, you're not going to kill it. I might add a little bit of water down the side there. That'll do. Because you don't want it like a house brick neither. It all depends on your flour as well. I mean, I'm using good quality bread flour here. It's a bit too good for scones really. Oh, there we go. That's starting to look absolutely lush. I mean, this recipe is from 1947. So, if the old bakers didn't know how to make scones, it'd be a poor job, wouldn't it? Yep, that's done now, I reckon. We just have a quick look. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's just how it should be. So we'll just add a bit of flour down for you. There you go. And then scrape this out onto the table. In fact, you could just as well use your hands really. There you go, look at that. That is beautiful. That is just how it should be. And this recipe will make you around about 10, 15 scones, give or take. So you want to cut this in half. So your bits from this go into that. So just make it into a little bit of a ball like that. Don't play around with it too much. And it wants to be fairly thick. Like that. So that's about, I don't know, quite thick really. We'll cut one out and show you. So it wants to be about that thick, which is about ½ an inch, give or take. Now a little tip, get your cutter, bit of flour on it and push it in like that. See? Once again like that, bit of flour. Like that. And then what you do is you get your little bits of scrap and put that in there and fold that in. Like that. Once again, on the top, down to the same width as well. Again, around about ½ an inch, give or take. Once again, put your cutter in the flour, like that. Look at those babies. Look at those. Also, this mixture, you can actually make donuts out of it as well. So there we go. There's your scones. All we need to do is just brush off all the flour, like that. And then what we're going to do is egg wash the tops. So just move these over here out of the way. This is baking parchment or baking paper or whatever you want to call it. I'll cut it down, but I'm going to fold this one. So we'll just fold that. And then just turn him over. Like that. And then place them gently on the tray. Now you want to be resting these for around about giving it a good 10 minutes before you put them into the oven. You never want to put scones straight into the oven, especially this particular recipe. Now what we're going to do is just egg wash the top, like this. Now you're better off if you do 2 lots of egg wash, letting them dry and then do them again, and they give you a nice glossy effect on the top. They'll bake in the oven between 10 and 15 minutes, give or take. Always make sure you put them in the middle of the oven. Right, so we'll get them into the oven. Should take around about 15 minutes, give or take. Middle of the oven, like that. That's around about the middle, I guess. We'll cross our fingers. Haven't used this oven for scones for a very long time. But there you go. You never know with ovens. They do vary. I'm hoping these have come out perfect. The last time I used a recipe, they did come out actual banging. What I did is I replaced instead of milk, because though this recipe says milk, I replaced it with half cream and half lemonade. Oh, and they come out, oh, spot on. Oh, that's a good idea. Better put the timer on. I'll put 10 minutes just to see, just in case. I mean, I'm thinking 15, but we'll say 10 to start with. Always a little tip. Always do less than you need, because you can always pull them out sooner, but if they've gone 5 minutes over the top, you've killed them. And what did I think of this little baby today? It mixed it up lovely. It's almost like mixing in my bigger machine. I'm finding that very versatile, if that's the word. I think so. Right, see you back in a few minutes. Right, we'll have a quick look at our scones. That's 10 minutes. They are looking quite nice, actually. And there they are. Don't they look cool? I'd say they're almost ready, looking at them. Yeah, they are actually ready. So we'll get them out the oven. As soon as they come out, you want to put them straight onto a wire. Oh, look at those babies. They are looking magnificent, folks. I think they're absolutely lush. Just they should be. They could have done with a bit more of a rest, but this is exactly how they would have been in the old days. Lovely looking scone. I mean, they're too hot to eat now, but that's just they should be. And there we go, folks. That is just another one of those easy to do recipes. And by changing, see, with a basic recipe, it is only there as a guide. So it means you can alter a recipe as you feel fit. You can make it all butter, you can make it all cream, you can make it all milk. You don't have to use egg. You can do something else if you want. But that's what a recipe is. So when someone comes to me and says, Steve, can I do such and such? Can I do this? You just do it. You do it and find out. And this is how learning is all about. This is just the straightforward basic scone from the 1940s. There's no different. The only difference is the flour we're using today is different to the 1940s. It's probably better today than it would have been back then, because it would have been rough and ready. But today, I mean, you know, that is a straightforward homemade scone. Anybody would love that. And with clotted cream, oh, it's just to die for. And if you're liking this type of content, please subscribe and please share. And don't forget, there's a link up there if you want to buy me a coffee. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters! So wonder what we're going to be doing next. We're most likely going to be doing something with this little machine over here. But what? Just keep your eye on the channel. You never know what's coming up next.